Welcome back to the Academy of Advanced Conjuration, Episode 6. I want to demonstrate a little something here before we start talking about some of the spells. Well, there's been a bit of a shake-up in the lineup, and I'll get into all that in a minute, but a lot of things have moved around. But I want to show something here. You see, in the last video, the last episode, I kept putting that glaciator guy up against some giants. And it was taking several of them to take out the giants. No big surprise, right? But I kept saying several times how, man, this guy took out two giants at the same time, blah, blah, blah. And you're probably thinking, bullshit. So I just want to demonstrate something here. It's relevant. Let's see, fireball for you, fireball for you. Now let's watch our boy go to work. Oh, one giant's down. Keep coming, buddy. You're almost here. And that one's down. So there you go. Same guy. Same health. Same magicka. Same spells. No difference. So what happened? Why is it now all of a sudden he can take out two giants? Same constipation problem. We'll move past that though. So how is it this guy is able to take out two giants at the same time with ease where he was struggling so much last time? I will show you why. This is why. Adept difficulty. In the last video I was on legendary difficulty. Okay, well that makes sense. Well, it doesn't make sense. Because everything I've ever read and I ever understood about the difficulty is that it applies to the player. So if you're on legendary difficulty, you're going to be dealing 1/3 the damage you would normally do, and you're going to be taking 3 times the damage. You, the player. Now, why that difficulty level is being applied to a summons is beyond me. I don't know. I'm still trying to find answers to that. I saw on a Reddit post where someone was suggesting it might have to do with the fact that some of them are NPCs, and this guy he's a humanoid. Not that, let me bring him back up. He is a humanoid. He is an NPC, so maybe somehow, because he's an NPC, the damage modifier is affecting him. Maybe it's because he's the player's summons. I'm really not sure why that's being applied here. But it's not good. It shouldn't be doing that. So I got to thinking, well, if it is because he's a humanoid... Oh, dude, just shut up, would you? If that is the case, then maybe I should not use any humanoid summonses. And I was trying not to. You know, I talked about that before several times in some of the previous videos, that I'm trying not to use too many humanoids because that's all I used in my other Conjuration mod. And I want to use creatures. I want to use something different. And I got to thinking, well, I'm looking at the elementals, right? You got flame, fire, frost, shock. And you've got apprentice level, adept level, and expert level. So we're looking at 9 summonses. And I'm thinking, are there 9 creatures in the game that are spellcasters? And I'm thinking to myself, right off the bat, no, there's not. So I started to make a list. I started to write them down. Okay, so you got skeleton, that's 1. You've got a shade, that's 2. You've got a mistman, that's 3. You've got the Draugr, that's 4. The mage, the skeletal mage. I think in the creation kit he's called a mage necro or skeleton necro, something like that. But that's the guy that wears the hood, the mage hood. So that's 5. We've got the Spriggan, Blaze, that's 6. I'm getting there. We've got a Dragon Priest, that's 7. And if I can get it working, the Wisp, the one I was calling the Glacial Spectre, although that's being reworked and it's not quite working yet, but I'm going to bring that one back in. So that's 8. So I only need one more. And I got to thinking about the Skeletal Archer, the one I was using before, that black skeleton, which is actually the Bone Man that you see in the Soul Cairn. And I had read somewhere that that particular actor can only use a bow. Can't use magic, can't use any other weapons. So I'm thinking, well, what if I take away... I'm thinking it's probably because it only has animations for using a bow. Much like the skeletons and the draugrs only have an animation for casting spells with the left hand. I'm thinking maybe it doesn't have any animations for that. So I'm thinking, you know what? I'll delete their animations. I'll copy the animations from a regular skeleton, slap them in there, see what happens. So before I do that, I decided to go and look and compare the animations that it has listed in its animations tab, and looking at the ones in the skeleton, what animations it has, and I'm like, it looks like the exact same thing. So I take our Skeletal Archer there, I take away the bow and the arrows, I give him a mace, I give him frostbite spell, and I think I gave him ice spike. And sure enough, he uses the weapon, he uses both spells, no problem. Boom, there's 9. So now I've got 9 spellcasters. But I wanted to, well, now I have to rework the lineup a little bit because I had 3 humanoids in there. Actually, wait, I had 3 or 4. Well, I had the electrician. I had the this guy, the groaner, the glaciator. I had the fire mage, the adept level fire mage, and I had an adept level frost mage. So there were 4 humanoids. But I'm going to replace all those, so everything got kind of mixed up. And the other thing I didn't like was the fact that, and I brought this up before too, that the apprentice level frost mage was a skeleton, and I applied the ghost frost appearance, and he was kind of hard to see in the daytime. So I decided to switch some things around a little bit. So we're going to go look at the lineup again and what I have now. We'll start with the fire summonses. Not there. Dumbass. Embers is still the apprentice level fire summons, but Embers has a different appearance now. Let me try and find some appropriate competition. This is Draugr White. He's a level 13. See how our boy does. So he is a regular skeleton now. And he's apprentice level. He's a level 10, so he might have his hands full here. Oh, wow. He didn't do too well. Alright. Well, hang on, buddy. We'll look at the adept level, which is Incinerator. Incinerator is the shade, so the shade's moved up some. And he can summon embers. Now, whether or not he does is a different story. No, he didn't need it. Alright, I'm going to get you some tougher competition, since that one's an adept level. Right, this is a Draugr Scourge, level 21. And he is a level 19. Summon your friend. Oh wow, you got jacked. Now I would use bandits. I do have console commands for bandits, but I don't know what level they are. So it might be kind of hit or miss. Come on, you almost get... Oh, man. My boys are getting jacked. Sometimes you want the job done right, you gotta do it yourself. Alright. Well, I guess I need to look at some other things and, you know, go check their health and magic and stuff. But I mean, this is, you know, part of the testing process. So, but I mean, I was a level 21 against a level 19, so I mean, he should be able to hold his own. But yeah, that's okay. And at the expert level, we still have Blaze. But it doesn't appear that the difficulty level is affecting these guys at all. Otherwise, those summons would have wiped out those Draugr pretty quick. What? You want something to beat up on? All right, hang on. There's a Death Lord. He's a level 30. Better keep your distance. Well, already? Oh, you know what's going on here? I've seen this before. If the summons is already out when you use a console command, they don't do well at all. Which is why this one, I cast her after using the console command, and she had no problem with them. It's weird. I don't know why that is. Anyway, let's move on to the frost summonses. This is Chiller. Chiller was a white plain skeleton. That's now a Draugr. Let's see what we can do. This is a Draugr White is a level 13, and Chiller is a level 10. Yeah, use some magic once in a while, man. You know, you are a spell sword after all. He's a little easier to see than that skeleton was, since he doesn't have the Ghost Frost appearance. Alright, next, at the Adept level, we have, I'm calling this one Arctica, which is, I know, it's a kind of a stupid name, but I don't have anything better yet. You can go now. And this one's the black skeleton, who can summon Chiller, so they should be able to do some damage to this guy. Uh-oh, maybe not. Ah, you big mistake. You went after the conjured one. Uh-oh. Alright, so the adepts need a little bit of work yet. See, for some reason they won't attack them when they're down on one knee. Finish the job, boys. Alright. So we got a black skeleton now, summoning a Draugr. The expert level is going to be the Wisp Mother, but that's not quite working right. What I'm trying to do is remove that creature's ability to summon those 3 wisps, because they'll end up attacking me. And I'm having a little trouble with that. I think I know how to do that, to get it to work. I can summon a creature now, but the skin's not applying for some reason. It might be because I made custom stuff, but that one I'm going to have to keep working on. Alright. Apprentice level shock summons. Still Voltinator. Voltinator is, of course, a mist man. Uh-oh. Come on, get up, man. You're alright. Shake it off. So obviously the difficulty level is not affecting these guys. I guess I still need to do a little fine-tuning. He's a level 10. Going against a level 13. He should be able to handle a level 13. Because I talked before about how I want the apprentice levels to kind of bridge the gap between like a level 8 and level 19 or 20. Still, under normal circumstances, you're going to be fighting with your summons, because if you go up against a tough opponent, your first thought is, this guy's trouble, I need help. Operative word there is help. So when you summon a creature, you're going to be fighting with them, and not just, stand back there watching, but I want to see how well they can hold their own. And the adept level shock summons is still Kilowatt. See if this one can do any better. I think all the adepts need a little bit of tweaking to them. And he does summon Voltinator. I think these guys would be a lot more effective against something like a mage, and that's really when you want to be using a shock summons, because they're not going to be getting meleeed so much. Oh, you guys took him out. I thought you were a goner for a while there. It's a good thing you had your friend. Look at that, you can see through him. I never noticed that before. Alright, we've got one more to look at. This is Megavolt. I know, it's another stupid name. Just deal with it. He's a dragon priest. He's got a staff of chain lightning, and I gave him that spell the electrician was using. Although this spell is actually has a little less range. Let's see how he handles him. He's proven to be a lot more effective than I've had in the past with dragon priests. He stood no chance. But that one did alright. Kept his distance and was switching back and forth between the sparks, the concentration spell, and the staff of Thunderbolt. That worked out pretty well. I almost want to do that again. I'm kind of curious. You know what? Let's go check something. We're going to go look at something else. I'm going to put him up against a couple of giants just for the fun of it. But before we do, there's something else we have to look at down here. You see, I was going to build another, well, at some point, another mod, a castle. And I was thinking of building it right here, which is, well, that's not why these pieces are out here on the ground, but this is where I was thinking of putting it. And then I decided to go in game and turn off AI detection and just walk around. And that's what I do a lot of times when I'm looking at building a mod, a house mod, wherever. I need a building in a game somewhere. Sometimes I'll disable AI detection and I'll just go walk around for a couple of hours. I'll walk all over Skyrim and I'll write down some notes, you know, this place near this, you know. And I found a place over on the east side of Whiterun, not far from what I guess is like the Northern Watchtower. And this was like 3 months ago. And I'd forgotten about that, and just recently I was in game walking around again, and I saw that spot again, and I'd started that mod right here, even though I wasn't crazy about this spot, but I hadn't actually built anything. I was just kind of like taking some measurements and seeing where I would put everything. And then when I was in game walking around, I found that spot. I said, this spot is better, and you know, that's the one over there. Would be better for this castle, which meant I'm not putting it here. So then I thought, well, you know, if I build the castle on the other spot, that frees up this spot. I can build the academy for this mod and build it right here. And that's what these pieces are on the ground. So even though that area in Falkreath is kind of nice, and I did want something in the southern part of Skyrim, this is not a bad place for it. You know, there's Western Watchtower, Fort Greymore. This is not a bad place for it. You know, Whiterun's kind of like right in the middle of Skyrim. As they say, all roads lead through Whiterun. So it's being centrally located. You come by here frequently. And it means I can build the thing in my original design, which I have pieces laid out right now for it. I may have to expand it a little bit, but I had the original design concept. I can go back to doing that. So we're going to be moving the building, and we're going to be redoing that. And I'm going to be putting it right here. There's nothing else here. There's no other mods or quests or anything that affect this area. I mean, no mods that I'm using, but there's no quests, nothing like, you know, the Civil War quests and stuff that has any markers. Let's go beat up the giants again. Should we do one at a time or aggro both? I'm thinking both. Let's just put them through the ringer. There's one. Where's the other one? They're both kind of close. Alright. Let's get our boy up. Shot in your ass. Alright. It's all you, man. Well, you can't take too many of those hits. You better keep your distance. Uh-oh. Dude's already wasted. Come on, man, do something. Help me out here. They are angry with me. That's it. Keep your distance. That's the problem with some of you stupid mages. You let your opponents get too close. You've got two excellent range spells. Use them. They're called range spells for a reason. Idiot. So obviously the difficulty slider is not affecting these non-humanoids. Well, he just got stomped into existence pretty quick. Let's find a little bit of running around room. Maybe we should go pick on some guards. Well, he got one of them. So I think he could handle one at a time, but two of them, it's asking a bit much of pretty much anybody. There you go. What are you waiting on, man? Finish the job. There you go. Let's go piss off some guards. What the hell? YOLO, man. YOLO. I found out about a year ago what YOLO means. You'll only live once. I've heard it hundreds of times and I never knew what it meant. Alright, where are you idiots? Oh, nice shot, Ace. I don't think you're hitting anything with that staff. I think your aim's as bad as mine. Oh, you got one. Now he's moving around. Why didn't you move like that when the giants were attacking you? Look at him go. That's two. Help me out here, man. One more shot ought to do it. Mercy. Come on. Alright, just in time. Alright, well that was just a... Well, I was going to say it was a quick video. It ended up being not actually that quick. The Frost Mage, I still need to do some work on that. I'll figure something out to... Because she's coming up invisible. I don't know. Did I actually bring that one? I don't think I did. No. And we still have the... We still have the melee summonses, but there may be some tweaks to that as well. We'll save that for another video. And I got to get started on the building as well. And there's a few spells that I want to add. One of them is really interesting. I don't want to say what it is yet, but it's going to be very helpful for, let's just say, stealthy players. I don't know how well it fits into a Conjuration mod, but it's going to be very unique, and I see two possible ways of making it work. One way is going to be a little complicated, the other way probably a bit easier, but I'll have to save that for another video. And I do have a few other summonses that I want to add that are really unique. They might be a little overpowered. Again, we'll see those in upcoming videos, but I've got to get to work on this building. So that's where we're going to leave it for now. So thanks for watching. Take it easy, and I will see you in episode 7 of the mod development mini-series, the Academy of Advanced Conjuration.